Hi, my name is ColdBeer, and let's start with Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2.
Here you will fight enemies of mankind as Lieutenant Titus and slay hundreds or even thousands of evil tyrannids. And they look something like Zerg from StarCraft, you know, insectoid monsters of some sort. And yeah, tyrannids for the first time were mentioned in 1987, a long time before StarCraft, so similarities are the other way around. Anyway, here you are a Space Marine, a warrior of unimaginable power. Yeah, it is so satisfying to hack and slash, dice and slice, it is very hard to stop playing. You know, here the game lets you actually feel the might of your character. If in Dark Souls you had Space Marine instead of Dark Souls protagonist, even your grandma could beat it. Well, you could be the hardest boss of any Dark Souls game, to be honest. That's how strong and cool your hero in Space Marine is. Well, you will still die occasionally, but that won't ruin the mood. You know what can ruin the mood here? Locked cosmetics that you can't unlock just by playing casually. Anyway, a very positive review score is here for a reason. So let's kill some Zerg for the Emperor. I mean Tyranids, I swear.
And now let me present to you an awesome, absolutely new NUBWO Pro Gaming headset, which is also a sponsor of this video.
Made for gamers by experts who understand our challenges, these headphones with extra clear sound are perfect for your personal computer or PlayStation. The set also contains a dual charging dock, where you can recharge your headphones and a PlayStation 5 controller at the same time. How cool is that?
Mega cool.
Also, it has Bluetooth and wired connection and runs for up to 120 hours, so you can put these on and play for days, or take them on the adventure and visit places like China, Scotland, or Italy. And let me say honestly, I was advertising a NUBWO headset before, and they obviously sent me the product, and now after using it for almost a year, I can say that it still works just as before, and I think I recharge it once in 3 months or so. I obviously don't use it all day long, but the battery life feels crazy, and my wife is a big fan of them as well. And the comfort level is super high. It is so squishy, look at it! It is soft like a kitten. So press my link in the description or in the first pinned comment below and grab a NUBWO Go6 Pro Gaming headset for yourself. Void Crew. Here you will pilot the ship, man the turrets, perform emergency repairs, recharge the power cells, utilize space station weaponry, fabricate munitions and exit the ship on extravehicular missions, be it patching the ship's hull or scavenging derelict wrecks. The game has a very positive review score on Steam and lets you explore the universe along with your buddies, or, you know, with your mother-in-law. Nobody loves you more, and you know it. People on Steam are saying that everyone has a job to do on the ship, and with every update the game seems to be getting better and better. Also, Void Crew will break your friendships, but you know, it's worth it. You will find new friends. World is full of friends. Not yours though. Beat Slayer. If you know Crypt of the Necrodancer, the core principle here is kinda the same. You have to slay enemies matching the rhythm of the soundtrack, except the battles are way more Hades-like. Here you'll have to leverage your nimble moveset and decide within seconds which of your skills you should use. Like, you know, kick your enemies against walls or into each other. The choice here is yours. So I probably shouldn't even have to mention that the music here is great. And along with it, the game has a nice story and great voice acting. Although it's kinda short, it will take around 9 hours to beat. The setting is also original. You will be thrown into a dystopian cyberpunkish Berlin of the 1990s and have to save the city from robotic enemies. So long story short, this is a hidden gem almost nobody knows about, and now you do. So what a nice reason to subscribe to my channel, right? Call of Cthulhu. The year is 1924 and here you will take on the role of a private detective. But instead of catching cheating husbands and wives, you must do a bit more serious job, so you are sent to investigate the death of a well-known family on a remote island. What could go wrong? Yeah, you will probably meet some strange creatures, experience weird science and even come face to face with a creepy cult. I mean, what else is there to do when you spend your time on an isolated island? Knit socks? Repaint the fences? Make potato salad? interested? Although I doubt that you could find the best quality doctor's sausage here.
I am so bored. Yeah, me too. Let's join a cult.
But if you think about it, honestly, if the people of the island would do some sock knitting and repainting the fences for fun, maybe, just maybe, they wouldn't need to join a sinister cult for fun. Some food for thought. Anyways, people are saying that the story of the game is very interesting, engaging and spooky, but Call of Cthulhu doesn't let you explore much. It is more focused on nice cutscenes and it does feel more like an adventure game. Aliens Dark Descent. In this tactical real-time strategy, you will command a squad of hardened colonial marines to stop a terrifying xenomorph outbreak on a distant, unwelcoming planet. You will lead your soldiers in real-time combat against iconic xenomorphs, rogue operatives from devious Weyland-Yutani Corporation, and a host of horrifying creatures new to the Alien franchise. So here you are, the commander, and soldiers are your weapon. With their help, you will infiltrate large open levels and annihilate enemies with your squad. Tread carefully as your foes will adapt their tactics to your actions. Monsters will be hunting you down and the death here is permanent. You know, like the hunger of your cat or the noises your neighbors make. So if you have a handsome soldier you don't want to lose, you might want to put it behind the others. Although be warned that the aliens can ambush you from behind as well.
Did you say something about behind?
Yeah, he definitely said something about it behind. I heard him.
Oh, shut up. Dark Descent is an original story filled with iconic xenomorph creatures, ranging from facehuggers to Praetorians, alien queens, and many more. Dark Descent has around 90% of positive reviews, and people on Steam are saying that this is the perfect game for Alien Universe fans, and after the isolation, it's probably the best game about xenomorphs. Curse of the Dead Gods. This game is obviously oriented for the fans of Hades, or as one commentator on Steam said, Curse of the Dead Gods plays as Hades and looks like Darkest Dungeon. Honestly, it's a fair comparison. So in this game you will seek untold riches, eternal life and divine powers. It will lead you to this accursed temple, a seemingly infinite labyrinth of bottomless pits, deadly traps and monsters. Well, the rest is self-explanatory. The game also introduces a cool mechanic of unique curses. They influence each attempt, putting a twist on every action. Although keep one thing in mind, you will have to parry a lot and that Souls-like mechanic sometimes is very annoying. Otherwise, it's a great game. 86% of reviews on Steam are positive. Ancestors Legacy. This is a real-time strategy game influenced by historical events of the Middle Ages. Ancestors Legacy combines resource management and base building with large-scale squad-based battles across vast battlefields. It is all rendered in great detail with Unreal Engine 4. You'll experience medieval bloodshed and can enjoy a cinematic action camera that puts you right in the middle of the battle. People on Steam are saying that Ancestors Legacy is easy to learn and it's like chess. It involves a lot of strategy, so the more you play, the better you become. Basically here a lot of options to crush the enemy lie in the plain sight, but only the master strategist can see them all. So the more you play, the easier the game will seem. Or not, you know, we all have our limits and sometimes our limit is below the requirements of a victory.
Vampyr.
Guess, who are you going to be in this game? A doctor, and I am not even joking. Of course, you will be a vampire here as well. These are difficult times, no one can survive having only one profession. You are not that evil here, but you can choose to kill or rather devour good people and get stronger in the process. You will have to fight against vampire hunters, undead and other supernatural creatures with your own supernatural abilities. People on Steam really enjoy this game's atmosphere, music and voice acting as well. The only thing the game lacks is the freedom. Well, they provide you with many choices, but when you think about it, they don't really matter that much. 9 Parchments. This is a cooperative action RPG game of magical mayhem from the creators of the Trine series. Here, runaway apprentice wizards seize the opportunity to complete their spellbooks by going after the lost 9 parchments. Super powerful spells meant to be wielded by the most powerful mages. So as these newbies rapidly acquire powerful new spells without learning proper safety measures, it's natural that their hasty progress results in plenty of deadly accidents. 9 Parchments combines real-time spell shooting action with usual RPG elements. Here you level up your character and collect magical loot, filling your wardrobe with zillions of wizard hats and powerful staves. People on Steam are saying that this is a super entertaining game to play with your friends. Doesn't matter imaginary or real ones. Although keep in mind that if you play with imaginary friends, you will need another pair of non-imaginary hands. Why must everything be so complicated? I don't get it. Easy Red 2. The game features around 90% positive review score on Steam, so if you like shooters, this may be a treat for you. Easy Red 2 is a tactical, realistic, historically authentic World War II FPS focused on a large-scale battles that put you right on the front lines of the chaos. Here you will command your squad, coordinate combined arms assaults, and fight across sprawling battlefields modeled after real historical locations of war. You can play it completely solo against AI or dive into the fight with other players. The game features 6 campaigns, 2 of them in Italy, 1 in Tunisia, 1 in Greece, and a few in various islands. Combining all of them, there are a whopping 75 missions, so no wonder why the review score is so high. The price to fun ratio is really nice here.
Just like with your sister.
Come on, how dare you? The Pale Beyond. You never wanted to lead this expedition, but here you are. Stuck on and in the ice, your captain is missing and you are stranded miles from civilization. Someone has to take charge, and that is you, unfortunately. Because, knowing you now, everyone is certainly doomed. You will have to manage your resources, balance safety and morale, make the hard calls and head in the only direction you can, through the Pale Beyond. Keeping your crew and your dogs safe, fed and warm during the expedition is mandatory. Surviving on the ice will matter little in the face of a mutiny. Every vote will count, so keep the crew, at least the majority of it, on your side. Or you will hang and someone else will take the lead, but that won't be your story anymore. This is a wonderful, story-rich game. I can recommend it for everyone who likes games like that without a doubt. Warhammer 40k Boltgun. Here, without any hesitation, load up your gun and plunge into battle. You'll experience a perfect blend of Warhammer FPS gameplay and the stylish visuals of your favorite 90s retro shooters. You'll play a battle-hardened Space Marine on a perilous mission across the galaxy as you fight against the Chaos Space Marines and demons. This boomer shooter style, well known from the games like Classic Doom, Duke Nukem or Heretic, is a real treat for older dudes like me, and also for a younger generation who wants to experience glory and feel like a true combat god, or goddess, or something in between. Whatever you are, you will rock this. People on Steam are saying that the game doesn't offer a lot of replayability, but the level of entertainment it provides is massive. Although, not as massive as your mama. Chants of Sennaar. This adventure puzzle game has a wonderful story. Divided since the dawn of time, the peoples of the tower no longer speak to each other, just like you and your neighbor who dislikes potato salad. But it is said that one day a traveler will find the wisdom to break down the walls and restore the balance. And it's you, obviously. So probably all these people are already doomed. No offense. You'll explore and discover an enchanting world in a colorful poetic setting inspired by the myth of Babel, where men have forgotten their past. You will travel the endless steps of a prodigious labyrinth, uncover ominous secrets and unveil the mysteries of this fascinating universe where ancient languages are both the lock and the key. People are saying that this game has really fun puzzles, beautiful soundtrack and a really interesting, captivating story. Hitman World of Assassination. This is probably the best Hitman experience possible nowadays. Here you'll visit more than 20 different locations, unlock new gear, travel a living and breathing world filled with intriguing characters and lethal opportunities. With this bundle you will get Hitman 3 game, with 6 DLCs, VR mode and access to all Hitman 1 and Hitman 2 missions. People on Steam are saying that this is an amazing experience, very sandboxish and will provide many hours of fun, although it has one big flaw. Every witness asked about,
have you seen anything strange?
Will tell you about a tall, bald man with a barcode tattoo. Most of the time the tattoo is visible for everyone. It's really dumb. Honestly, have you seen anything stranger this week? If yes, share in the comments. Spill your tea. Domekeeper. Domekeeper has about 90% of positive reviews, so it is obviously a hidden gem you may want to try. Well, a nice polished rock at least. This is a roguelike survival miner where you will defend your dome from wave after wave of monsters. You will use the time between each attack to dig beneath the surface and search of valuable resources and artifacts, and use them carefully to choose powerful upgrades and bonuses. People on Steam are talking that the game is very polished, rich and imaginative. It's all you need for your free time. Well, this and potato salad. Quern, Undying Thoughts. This is a first-person puzzle-adventure game inviting you on a journey to explore the beautiful land and solve many challenges. You'll put your IQ to the test with the increasingly complex puzzles and unravel the mysteries of the island. Remember Myst? So it's quite the same. It is original and solving one or another puzzle is really rewarding, you know, for your ego. People on Steam are saying that Quern is one of the best puzzle games they ever played. It also has more than 90% of positive reviews, and the bad ones are mostly about technical issues. People don't realize that you should check your graphic card drivers all the time. For example, I couldn't even run Elden Ring without updating them. Anyway, this is a great game, really worth your money even when not on a sale. We need to go deeper. This is a wonderful co-op game. You will control a submarine with friends in a 2 to 4 player roguelike, set in a Jules Verne-inspired undersea adventure. The game is designed with human interaction in mind, so you will have to communicate or perish terribly. You can play the game with friends, strangers, or bots, although I recommend you to have friends or at least some strangers from Discord, because the game is not very popular right now. You know, it was released in 2019, so the fame faded away already. When I wrote this review, there were 12 players online. That is not much. Despite that, this is a great game with fun mechanics and really cool visuals. Shadow Tactics: Aiko's Choice. The game is a standalone expansion of the Shadow Tactics franchise, meaning that you are not required to have the main game to play it, and that Aiko's Choice is a full game with no strings attached. It is set in Japan around the early Edo period. Aiko's Choice is a stealth strategy where the main protagonist is a master of camouflage and distracts enemies disguised as a geisha. But it's not the only character you will be able to control. An agile ninja, mighty samurai, young thief, wise marksman, and perverted penis doctor joins your course as well. Well, maybe not the latter, but you never know who is gonna jump to your aid unexpectedly. Aliens Fireteam Elite. Have you ever wanted to be a protagonist in the Alien movie? Well, I doubt that, I really do. And if yes, what is wrong with you? Anyway, here, after so many fear-infused hours in alien isolation, you can finally get some revenge on these terrifying creatures. You will kill hundreds of them, so it's nothing like the movies. Although it's really fun to play if you have a friend or two. You can play in single player as well, but I assure you that if you want full experience, you will have to find some friends. I know that may be mission impossible, but you can try anyway. You don't need real friends, all you need is some Discord channel with the same-minded people. So here you'll be exploring some friendly planet filled with friendly fauna and live in harmony all together. Except you don't. This game is a carnage where you will have to battle through hordes of different types of xenomorph, customize your character and gear, and level up as you try to contain this ever-growing threat. I especially like the diversity of enemies in this game. They really took their time to create some nasty monsters. The game itself is basically Left 4 Dead just with aliens. I think it's great, and 81% of Steam reviews are also positive. BLACKTAIL. Here the choice is yours. Will you become the guardian of the woods or the terror nightmares are made of? You play as Yaga, a 16-year-old girl accused of witchcraft and expelled from a medieval settlement. Well, I know what I would be doing after that. Definitely not helping poor folk from the aforementioned village to heal their sick cattle. No, I would rather secretly put pineapple in their potato salad. Also would turn all their delicious beer into milk.
Milk of a cat.
Yeah, milk of a cat or of a hamster. Anyway, he will decide the fate of the land and its inhabitants, and witness the impact of your decisions on your skills through an implemented morality system. People on Steam are saying that the game feels more mature than the visuals it provides, and the story is really dark and captivating. The Inheritance of Crimson Manor. Here you'll experience a Penny Dreadful-like gothic horror story set in a beautiful Victorian-era manor with a dark secret within. The horror aspect is only in the gothic dark tone narrative. Here you won't find any monsters or jump scares. It's a calm detective puzzle-solving experience enshrouded in an amazing atmosphere. To be honest, most puzzle games lack this outer layer to connect all the dots, to set the mood and so on, but The Inheritance of Crimson Manor does this in a charming way. Here you'll find Resident Evil-inspired level unlock design, dynamic hint system for less fortunate ones in the IQ field, logic and inventory puzzles, non-linear exploration, and a cool horror story that holds all of this together. You know, it holds the story and not your hand, or... If you know, you know. Looks like a nice title for your dark evenings. Light the candles around you for the atmosphere when you play. It will set the mood, believe you me. SnowRunner. Well, this is officially a realistic driving game, about getting from point A to point B while transporting various cargo. But I would rather call it a Souls-like roguelite puzzle game. Of course, not in the real terms, but rather metaphorically, because the game is insanely hard and you will be doing the same task again and again. Basically, here you have to drive a heavy load truck to the appointed destination. But the trick here is that the road is not what you normally expect. You will have to deal with snow and mud, ice, rivers, fallen trees, and so on. And if you get stuck for real, that's kinda it, you will have to try again. And of course, avoid mistakes of the past, which you can't in real life. You know, all the mistakes you made in your life led you to this very moment where you watch my video. Yeah, well, honestly, if you would have done something differently, you could have ended up in a lava lake instead, or in the belly of a shark. So maybe your decisions were not that bad. Pat yourself on the shoulder. BLACKTAIL Requiem. After escaping your devastated homeland, you will travel far south to new regions and various forsaken cities. There you attempt to start a new life and control Hugo's curse. Yeah, the kid is cursed, but you, instead of dropping him into the ocean and forgetting which ocean it was, you travel with him. You know, no Hugo, no problems, but you chose problems. So everything that happens from now on is basically your fault. So when Hugo's powers reawaken, oh surprise, surprise, death and destruction return in a flood of devouring you probably all know from the first part of this beautiful game. Forced to flee once more, you place your hopes in a prophesized island that may hold the key to saving Hugo. The game will let you know the price of saving those you love in a desperate struggle for survival, and you ain't gonna like it. You will strike from the shadows or unleash hell, overcoming foes and challenges with a variety of weapons, tools, and unearthly powers. People on Steam are talking that this game will make you cry, mostly because of the story, but a tear or two will also drop when you realize that the game is super slow and your movement speed is even slower. Despite that, BLACKTAIL Requiem has about 90% of positive reviews, and if you like story-rich adventure games, it's a must-play sooner or later. Interstellar Space Genesis. Here you will build a prosperous galactic empire and colonize the vastness of space, or, you know, fail miserably and be colonized by aggressive alien species before going extinct. Anyway, the game takes classic turn-based Space Forex strategy mechanics, adds in a few twists of its own, and merges everything into a truly interesting specimen. So here you can play as one of 6 original races, each with their own abilities, advantages, and backgrounds. You can also design your own custom races, with their own creepy or cute worlds, racial traits, and unique game-changing abilities. The game has a very positive review score, so if you like 4X space strategies, that is a great choice. So to spice up your curiosity, I will tell you that here you can kill with your farts. That should really grab your attention. If it grabs somewhere else, call the police. Inkulinati is an ink-based strategy game straight from medieval manuscripts, where a fart can be deadlier than a sword. You will take your turn in Inkulinati duels filled with unexpected tactical depth and humor.
Yeah, fart humor, very funny, haha.
Shut up, that is always funny. You'll embark on an ever-changing journey, build your own bestiary, defeat medieval superstars, and collect perks to unleash special powers. And now it's the time when you must subscribe. It's the law, I have nothing to do with that. The penalty of not subscribing to my channel is a ban from Boobhala after you die. It's terrible, I know, so I guess you have to subscribe. Cryofall. This is a sci-fi colony simulation survival game set on a forgotten planet in a distant future. You will join the world together with other survivors to rebuild your civilization from scratch. Start with primitive technology and simple tools, and use them to progress towards modern industrial might and even beyond, eventually reaching space-age technology only seen in science fiction. So it's a science fiction game where you seek to achieve some science fiction. Cryofall can be played either as a relaxed player versus environment experience with no competition, or as a brutal and unforgiving PvP. Make your choice and join one of the many available servers with different game modes, or host your own and invite your friends to join you. However, it's important to keep in mind that Cryofall is not for the faint of heart. The unforgiving environment can be brutal, and you might find yourself in situations where even a tardigrade would be jealous of your survival skills.
And now thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Also subscribe, bye.